Jewel, and this is the second video in the series on regenerative feedback, the first one being the introduction to regenerative feedback, where I share the 3 types of feedback. This video is on the first type of feedback, which is called nourishing feedback. This kind of feedback is foundational. I don't know about you, but I have yet to meet another human who doesn't really appreciate being seen for who they are and what they bring to the table, so to speak. And in a group, being able to do that with each other is incredibly cultivating for the resilience of the group. One other way that I like to think about how we work together in organizational structures and groups and things like that and projects is, well, being a gardener, I like to think of it in that term. And that this type of feedback is a lot like the soil that you cultivate in a garden. And any gardener knows, any of you gardeners out there know that if you don't have good soil, it's hard to cultivate really good plants. The soil is so important. So having good soil is much like having really good feelings in your group that you've taken time to feed the health of the relationships in your group. This is what this is about. And it's doing it in a way that it's not performative. We're not just checking a box on the list of things you have to do. This should be, feel really good, and it absolutely needs to be authentic and sincere. So what does it look like? I'll give you an example. Pretend that right now you're in a group with me and I'm giving you feedback. Maybe it's spontaneous, or maybe it's during a time when we're doing a feedback round. That's another option that you can do. But here's the feedback. I wanted to let you know that your timeliness in responding to my emails and all my communications just makes me feel really connected to you and I feel really respected, and I just really appreciate it very much. So thank you for doing that. Okay, so there's an example, and there's lots of other examples I could probably come up with that might be better than that one, but that's gives you an idea, something specific to the person that you've taken some time to think about a little bit, like what do you appreciate? Maybe it's somebody that you actually have some trouble with or you're irritated by or whatever, but usually if you think about it long enough, you can think of something that you like about that person, and it really helps not only for the person that you're giving the appreciation to, but for us who give it, because you feel better when you give appreciation as well as receive it. So it is a win-win all the way around. Everybody, those good feelings nourish the soil of the group. They build the resilience in your group. They literally build the trust in your group. And the more you do this in a way that is, that works for you and for your group, in a way that just feels authentic, but the more you do this, the more you're going to avoid unnecessary conflicts, misunderstandings, and, overwhelm, burnout, all those things a lot of that can be avoided or minimized if you have a really thriving, nourishing atmosphere in your group. And the plants that you grow, which are the projects that that you're working on together, will be healthier. So thanks for listening. And that's the video on nourishing feedback. And I'll see you in the next one when we talk about feedback that is meant for learning. Thanks.